Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a 72-hour forecast for you. Let's go ahead and jump straight in. If you are new to my channel and you do want to see future readings from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you get notified and stuff whenever I go live. And I do personal readings too on pretty much a daily basis. So if you ever want to check those out as well, definitely hit the notification bell. But let's go ahead and jump straight in. We're going to pull three oracle cards, if I can talk, and then we'll go into about like 6 tarot cards to see what the overall energy is looking like. But let's go ahead and get into the oracles. So I recognize synchronicities as the first card. It says the universe speaks to you in a multitude of ways, including synchronicities. Pay attention to the signs as they are symbols of recognition, motivation, and support that you're making progress in your life path. So there may be clear signs that your spiritual team is trying to send you. This could be through like repeating numbers, you seeing, a certain number constantly. This could be you having like certain ideas on your brain, and you could be having random opportunities present itself that align with this. Whether you meet somebody who's in the same field that you really want to pursue and they give you some really good advice, or you have a business idea and you end up stumbling across something that could really help you when it comes to executing this business idea. It's important that you recognize these synchronicities as they show up so that you don't miss your mark or miss your opportunity to capitalize on it. Okay. Also, there's synchronicities that are showing up in regards to a love connection as well. There could be things that you're noticing, like this person's name is popping up at random places or something. Now, going deeper, I am in control. You are seated in the cockpit of your life and serve as a brave and fearless pilot. This allows you to navigate through any trials and tribulations with ease. If turbulence is experienced, remember your position as the captain and adjust accordingly. You have full control of your destiny. So it's important that you recognize with this card that you have full control in terms of which direction you decide to go in. And there could be certain things that outside of you have felt like they've had more control, or you've given control to these outer things. And I think that this time frame is encouraging you to take that power back. And especially if you've been experiencing like stress and overwhelm that's unnecessary, this is redirecting and shifting the focus is necessary. And I also have, for the last oracle card, we have gratitude. So there's something here by the end of this time frame that you're going to be really happy about. This could be either something in the past you didn't feel too sure about, you were a bit anxious about the change or this opportunity or whatever this may be. And now you could be at a place to where you're like, actually, no, I'm happy that that happened and I took this path or I took this trajectory instead. Or there's something that could be transpiring for you guys during this time frame that you're really, really grateful that you stuck certain things through, or that you stayed focused and grounded. Now, let's go deeper. Going into the general energy for the next 72 hours for you. First card we have is the 6 of Cups. So there could be certain things that you are remembering, or you could have fresh on the brain. This could be some sort of like past endeavor that you wanted to pursue, or this could be, visiting back home. This could be really heavily on your mind, especially if you live long distance. There could be things about a family dynamic, either, your family dynamic with your mom, father, siblings, whatever this may be, and certain memories. This could be in regards to you having children and the family dynamic that may have existed between you and the person you may have children with. Overall, this is just like a remembrance or like a nostalgia energy. There also could be certain things that are coming up in conversation that have something to do with the past. This could be you and your person like having, old conversations, or there could be certain things that are on your mind that you would really love to express that have happened, within like the last couple of months or so. Now, going into what I see with career and finance, we have the 4 of Wands. So with the 4 of Wands, this talks about creativity or entrepreneurship. Some of you are working in that realm where you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to be one, or you would love to make money from skills that you have outside of just what you do, like on the day to day, like with the 9 to 5. For others of you, you could be more so just concerned with whether or not you're going to reach that point within your career where you're able to feel grounded, feel stable within what you've built for yourself, but also put money into like building, the life for yourself that you want to live, a certain type of home that you want to manifest. You may want to get married, have children, or you're already married and you're just looking to upgrade your lifestyle as a whole, is what I'm seeing. I think that there could be an intentional focus on how you're managing your money over this next 72 hours, or even looking at other potential ways that you can kind of take things a bit further with your money. Now, going into what I see with love, let's look at that. I have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card for my single Sagittarius, you could be putting a lot of focus on yourself. You could be deciding that there's things that you want to manage financially, emotionally, overall, that you're trying to just get balance first before dating. It also talks about like you just trying to be patient when it comes to the right person coming into your life. You may not just want to date just any old body. You want the right person who's going to add to your peace, to the groundedness that you've been trying to tap into. And I think that there's this intentional dating that you're stepping into. Okay. There could be even someone that some of you guys are talking to. For my other single Sagittarius, you could be talking to somebody, but you're trying to take your time when it comes to getting to know them and just seeing if they fit in your day to day. If there's someone who you could actually build with long term. For my Sagittarius who are in a relationship, this represents trying to work with your person. There may have been like some recent arguments or disagreements you guys had, and it's now that time where you guys are trying to get to a place of, just peace, not emotionally being on edge anymore. And you could be worried about whether or not your person is good emotionally, especially if they seem a lot more checked out or like to themselves. So you could be questioning, like, should I be patient in regards to fixing things or what? Hey, Lex. Thank you for joining. Now, going into the advice for you, Sagittarius, I have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the overall advice, it's important that you don't beat yourself up for making decisions to walk away from spaces that don't resonate with you anymore. With the 8 of Cups in reverse, this talks about either feeling stuck, like you can't leave things. And it could be because, like, okay, maybe you work at a job and it's like, I would love to transition into a bigger position or transition into the career I really would love to work in, but I can't quite leave yet because there's things I have to, pay for or factor in financially, or things that I just need to make sure are grounded. So the advice is to devise a plan. Yes, you may not be able to leave right now, but if you do devise a plan and stick to it, then you'll be able to transition faster than you know it. Okay. Also, with the 8 of Cups in reverse, whether it's a situation where you literally can't leave because of circumstances, or more so this guilt that's trying to eat you up, don't let this stop you from living your best life. Okay. Especially if someone's trying to guilt trip you to stay in a situation that is eating away at you. Now, going into the possible challenge that you may run into. Oh, and before I go into the challenge, with the 8 of Cups in reverse as well, if there is anybody who's resurfacing, they're trying to pop back up, popping up out of the blue, really give them some time to show you their intention and where their head is at before making any like concrete plans. Give this person some time to show you if they have reached like a different state of mind, or they're going to be consistent in their efforts. Now, going into the challenge, I do have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the challenge could be just being overwhelmed. There could be certain things that require you to show up wholeheartedly And you could be tired of always being so like resilient and being so strong in ways where like you can't slip. It feels like you can't slip. So the challenge is protecting your energy. There could be little annoyances, little things that's trying to, you know, throw you off or is kind of throwing you off. And I think that the more that you block those distractions out or you focus on things that keep you grounded, the better this time period will be for you and beyond, honestly. There also could be another fire sign of significance. There could be a conflict between you two. I have Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy for that. Doesn't even have to be another fire sign. This could be just someone who's upset with you and they could be a bit passive aggressive and they could be, you know, projecting this energy onto you, okay? Or someone could be really pissed and it's like you don't really know how to work through that. Now, going into the outcome, which is the last card, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you could be looking at people around you who are displaying a lack of genuine care. Like you could have someone around you where it's like, oh, wow, you really don't care about my well-being at all or what I have going on. Or they could be someone who's just acting so like rude or emotionally out for themselves only that it's kind of shocking. This doesn't have to be love related either. This could be someone who's just, they just flip the script. They act like they don't care or they can't be bothered. And you could be wondering like, where the hell did this energy come from? I think that also too, you guys could just get to a place to where you're cutting off energy vampires left and right, or you have already, and you could have someone who is an energy vampire who's trying to like guilt trip you into the dynamic again. So it's the setting the boundary part that's interesting. I think that also too, whatever you're just kind of over, you can't fake the funk anymore. You can get to a point to where it's like, okay, I can't even lie to myself anymore. I can't do this. So you could find yourself emotionally disconnecting from things that just don't resonate with you anymore. It's very interesting. But this is what I see. I hope I did give you some insight in regards to this 72-hour window. If you took something from this reading or you found it helpful, definitely feel free to like the video. Leave me a comment below. I definitely respond. And I will see you later. Bye, y'all.